Easy and at ease, sat on the balcony, gazing at the stars. They held hands, thankful for this fresh start and the love that united them. Their son slept soundly in his crib, surrounded by his parents' love. When the lorry stopped at a checkpoint, Addis took a moment to stretch her legs and breathe in some fresh air. She bought some food from a vendor to eat later because she needed to keep her strength up to make enough milk for her baby. As they continued their journey, Addis couldn't stop thinking about Ease and the life they would create together in Lagos. Finally, after what felt like forever, the lorry arrived at the Lagos Motor Park. Addis gathered her things and her baby and stepped into the busy motor park. The noise, sights, and smells were a lot to take in, but she was ready to start a new life for herself and her family. As she looked around, Addis saw Ease waiting for her with a big smile. She ran into his arms, tears of happiness rolling down her cheeks. Their baby squealed with joy, as if he was excited to see his dad. Asa hugged them both tightly, feeling thankful to have his family together. The reunion was a moment of pure happiness, and Addis felt like she was finally home. Asa took care of their bags. Together, they headed to the taxi area. Asa haggled with an old taxi driver while they packed Addis's things into the trunk. As they drove through the busy streets of Lagos, Addis noticed how different this lively city was from the quiet village she had just left. But she was thrilled to discover this new place with Ease, to start a life together, and to make new memories. When they arrived at their new home, a cozy apartment in a peaceful neighborhood, Addis felt calm and happy. She realized this was just the start of a new chapter in their lives, full of challenges and chances, but most importantly filled with love. Asa gave her a tour of the apartment, showing her the various rooms and cool features. Addis was amazed by the modern setup and comfy furniture. She couldn't wait to personalize the space, cook for her family, and create a warm home. As the night ended, Easy and Addis sat on the balcony, gazing at the stars. They held hands, thankful for this fresh start and the love that united them. Their son slept soundly in his crib, surrounded by his parents' love. In that moment, Addis felt she was exactly where she belonged, with the man she loved, in a new city full of hope and opportunities. The future seemed unclear, but one thing was certain: as long as they were together, they could handle anything that came their way. As time passed, Addis got used to her new life in Lagos. She and Ease explored the city, amazed by the tall buildings and busy streets. They found new places to eat, shop, and relax, and Addis was blown away by how diverse and lively the city was. Asa worked hard at his new job, trying to make a name for himself. Meanwhile, Addis focused on caring for their son and adjusting to being a stay-at-home mom. She missed her family and friends from the village, but she felt lucky to be with Ease and to start a new life together. As they adapted to their new surroundings, Addis and Ease encountered challenges. The city could be a lot to handle, and they had to learn how to deal with its many layers. But through everything, they leaned on each other, providing support and love at every turn. One day, Eze surprised Addis by coming home with exciting news. He had signed her up for a nursing program at a nearby hospital, and she would begin classes soon. Addis was thrilled. She had always dreamed of becoming a nurse, and now she had the opportunity. With fresh motivation, Addis dedicated herself to her studies. She managed her classes while taking care of their son, determined to do well. Asa was her biggest supporter, cheering her on every step of the way. As Addis thrived in her program, she started to imagine a future for herself beyond being a stay-at-home mom. She envisioned a nursing career that would let her help others. Asa was proud of her, knowing she would be a fantastic nurse. They tackled the tough parts of living in the city together, believing that their love and promise to each other would help them get through anything. They were creating a life full of love, fun, and exciting experiences. Over the years, Addis became a great nurse, admired by her co-workers and cherished by her patients. Asa did really well in his job, and together they made a nice life. They had more kids, and their family got bigger. Through everything, their love stayed strong, like a bright flame in their hearts. They realized that their love had faced many tests, like the war, being apart, and the difficulties of city life. But they also understood that their love had grown stronger, tougher, and deeper. Looking back on their journey, they felt confident that their love would keep guiding them, no matter what the future brought. Thank you for watching. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Also, click the notification button to get notified each time I post a new video. See you on my next video.